Good afternoon, guys. This is another dig. The reason why I'm putting this one on camera is this is going to be the biggest hole and the most artifacts I'm going to be pulling out. The most artifacts being every single little piece of glass, metal, anything is an artifact. As you can see here, I've already pulled out some interesting pieces. A couple of pieces that I've never had before, minus this beer bottle. Move that. It's got some writing on it. It says the Douglas Drug Company Australia, and it's got the tonic written on the side of it. I've even found a perfume bottle, which is around here somewhere. An old wine bottle, which that there is part of. And I found some other interesting pieces as well. Oh, here we go. This is the perfume bottle right here. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, alright, we'll just go for a bit of a wander through the hole. As you can see, there is quite a lot of broken things, bottles, plates, cups, the whole lot. And one of the other pieces I've never found before is an old shovel. Yeah, so this really represents a great big rubbish dump. I'll jump out of the hole for a second. Right, so I'm going to zoom in for a moment. That there is my small black entrenching tool. And hopefully we can see in the background where you could say berm, or where I've dug down slightly. See where my scoop is, my other shovel, to where my other tools are, back to here. That is the size of this hole. Yeah, it's going to be bigger than I thought it was, and it's going to take more than the time I've got today to finish this off. Yeah, this is one of those things where working in a team would work. And I'm gonna do apologise for really crappy camera work here, guys. But so look, this is where working in a team works, especially in what we call it, metal archaeology, or digging up old World War II camps, I should say. Any other stuff like that, where this thing is more than job for one person. This requires a team, I believe. You'd have one, maybe two people digging on two sides. You don't want any more than that in here, even though this is a fairly big hole. As you're going to have picks and shovels and that digging, you don't want to cop one of them to the back of the head or at all. And then you'd have maybe one or two people out here sifting, and then another person, going through all the artifacts, so discarding what is good, what is not. So you're really looking at 4 to 5 people to do this, depending on how you want to work it. Yeah, so this is, again, this can be a family hobby as well. You can have dad with the detector and help dig and hold, and you can have mum and the kids, or everyone joining in. When you dig stuff up, you sort them out, and then in my previous videos, once it comes time to filling this in, fill it in properly, fill it in safely, because this stuff is all rusted. I'll give you. You're walking through it. That's all that there was buried. So you can imagine if something is a hole that isn't buried properly, you fall through something like that and you slice yourself open. Sorry. So I suppose, in short, again, this can be a really good hobby for anyone, for a family, I suppose. You don't need a great, my detector's an Equinox 800. Depends on where you go and where you get them. You're looking at minimum $1,300 for one detector. I get that that's quite an expensive item, but it is one of those things where this is one of those hobbies where it might be expensive to start up, but what you get out of it is so much more. You can spend hours digging this stuff up, digging old cans up, old pieces of metal, and have an absolute ball doing it. It's really good fun. It's not action packed, obviously, but you are finding some really cool stuff that's been in the ground for 70 years around bat, give or take. It gives people an appreciation for what the soldiers had, ate, drank. Sorry, my arm's getting a bit sore here. Now, if anyone watching this, jump onto the Friends of Chidlow World War II Camps page. In there, I recently, or probably close to a month ago now, discovered a dog tag from the soldier named Neil Murray Sinclair. Now, I actually took Bob Shepherd a couple of weeks, I suppose. He had things going on. And then I believe her name is Nicole Edwards. I'm not entirely sure. But if you go on there, you'll see this lady. She's from Geraldton. Now, this is where a team effort required, this is where it was something that required a team effort. As I didn't have the resources or the time or the patience to go and find out who this person was. But it turned out this particular Neil Murray Sinclair he was born in 1912, I believe. So if he was alive today, which he's not, he would be 118 years old. So anyway, after the war, I'm not too sure what he did before the war, but after the war, he became a school teacher in Walpole and Dalwallinu. Not entirely sure what he taught or what schools he was at. I believe his wife's name was Victoria, and he's had two kids, I believe, a son and a daughter. If any of that is incorrect, please, by all means, comment on this video or privately message me. I don't mind. But to say, hey, look, this isn't quite correct, or you're missing out this or that, that's fine. Like I said, you can be digging stuff like this, finding junk, and then come across something like that, and that dog tag will be going back to the family, reuniting it with the family, and they get to see where I found it, and they get to go for a tour for the camp. So that kind of thing is really good. All right, I'll let you talk, and I'll shoot you another video once I'm done.